Did you know that the U.S. government collects roughly $4.7 trillion in gross taxes? 2023, $4.7 trillion, of which, do you know what percentage of those taxes is from tariffs that we get from other countries? You know what the number is? Only $80 billion. That's it. Now, this is why this is so weird. The $80 billion that we collect, if you go back and look at the history of America, where we got our income from to pay for everything, you know 100% of the money, the taxes that the U.S. government collected just a little over 100 years ago was from tariffs. If you look at this chart, it'll show you tariff revenue as a share of total federal receipts from 1798 to 2023. Go all the way back to 1798. Look at that. 100% of the revenue the U.S. government got was from tariffs. And every time you see a drop off, you see that one right, 1812, it drops off to 45% because they wanted to collect taxes from you and I. That's because of War of 1812, another crisis, another war. But even if you go all the way up to 1910, 50% of the U.S. revenue came from what? Tariffs. The other 50% was from excise taxes. So let me simplify this for you. How much money comes in from importing goods and services, right, from other countries? The number is $3.83 trillion in 2023. Of which the average tariff we get is around 2%. 2% equals to $80 billion. $80 billion is what other countries are paying, okay? 80 billion divided by the $4.7 trillion that the U.S. government collects taxes from you and I. 80 billion divided by 4.7 trillion. That means 99.83% of all taxes that the government is running on, you and I pay for. The countries out there that are saying, here's 340 million rich Americans to come and sell your products to, these countries are saying, holy shit, America, this is the best deal ever. They're only paying 0.017%. What? And just 150 years ago, 100% of the federal spending was coming from who? Tariffs. Why did we stop doing that? I don't know. So what if we charge, instead of the 2% to get the 80 billion, what if we said moving forward across the board is 25%? That's $1 trillion per 25%. 50% is another $2 trillion in income. That's money. And I can bring it down for you and I that we're buying stuff here so we can go back down to 0% taxes when it once used to be unconstitutional. According to the Supreme Court, to tax you and I, it was unconstitutional. Now you see the concern and the benefits of using tariffs. So this next chart is very important. Think about the amount of income the U.S. government gets. Okay, think about GDP. Here's what our GDP is. What percentage of the GDP did the U.S. government spend to exist? Okay, if you go back and look at this chart, the federal outlays as a share of GDP over time, in 1849, we only spent 2% of it. Whatever money came in, the government only spent 2% of it. Look at the number today. Today it's 37%. So if we got roughly, $27 trillion in GDP, 37% of the GDP, the federal outlay, are you kidding me? No, that's a problem. We've gotten in the habit of just saying another program. It's okay. While we're in debt, how much money? No. We need to stop this. And there is a way to figure out what you pay zero in income taxes. If we make the government more responsible, the way they make you and I, they force you and I to be more responsible or else. But not them. They missed the audit, the Pentagon 7 years. No. But we know what we're doing. You didn't pay $600. God forbid, we're going to come after you.